I hope it comes out clear, but honestly, we're on my laptop, so hey, you guys. Oh, it's looking good today. It's looking good. Let me make sure I can get some of this sun action. Oh, it's so nice and bright. Yo, hi. It has literally been a month since I recorded anything, I posted anything, and I went live. It has really been, seems like forever. I'm not on with a new wig. I have so much to catch you guys up on. It's literally crazy. I have so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. Honestly, I have so much I don't even know where to start. But I'm gonna start with this. I thank God that I'm no longer at my previous job, which was Target. Deuces. I quit 3 weeks ago. Um, and actually, no, it was 2 weeks. Well, actually, no, my last day was September 9th. Um, my last day was September 9th. And um, I honestly, my last day was supposed to be September 13th, but I quit 2 days before because I just couldn't take it. It was just way too much. Plus, it was dragging, and I needed to get up out of there. And I was going on interviews, and it was interfering with my time while I was at Target. So I'm officially gone from there. Um, Also, I quit the beauty supply store after working there 3 days because, for one, there was drama starting with me. The jealousy started filtering in, intimidation, and it was Target Part 2. I had to get up out of there. One thing I would say though is I wasn't going in there with drama. I wasn't going in there acting like I know it all about hair care products. Um, but the one thing about being in a low poverty environment, I don't even want to call it the hood or the ghetto, but being in a low poverty environment, and you really don't live out there and you live. So I was working in Sacramento, California, but I live in Davis. And Davis is known as like the rich part compared to Sacramento, because Sacramento, there's a lot of low income poverty or whatever. Um, so it was a lot of like intimidation and stuff. And when you kind of, it's like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. When you go over to like Philly, but you come from like Hollywood, they kind of look at you like you have money. I mean, you can literally walk in there with like one pair of the same Jordans and a nice outfit, and they think that you're balling, but you're not, you know. So they get jealous and everything like that. And I'm not about to play with my life out in Sacramento because jealousy will anywhere in low poverty people, even if you do live in that, people get jealous when they see that you are moving up. So it's like crabs in a barrel, they will pull you down. So with me, um, a lot of these people, they didn't have their high school, they didn't have their Cosmo, which I didn't have my Cosmo, but they didn't have their license from high school or for a car. And yeah, it was, but not trying to bash them, but it was just already drama starting. And it was honestly really ghetto. When I actually looked at the reviews, which I should have done, when I looked at the reviews, which I already knew, that area, but because I shop there all the time, because hence where I get my wigs from. Um, so I didn't expect it to be that bad because I knew the customers, you can't really control how they come in, but like the people that you work with, you're supposed to feel like a family. You're not supposed to, and if you're not feeling like family, you're not supposed to be tearing each other down. So it was a lot of that, and I just wanted to get up out of there. Like I don't want to have a Target Part 2, so I left. Um, Plus, another reason why I left too was because I'm not familiar with color knowledge when it comes to coloring your hair. So, because I'm more of a natural person, so I don't really know much about coloring hair, and I don't want to look like an idiot. Um, and people, a lot of African American people, honestly, a lot of them were coming in saying that they want to color their hair, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know how to help you because I don't know. And when I was asking my colleagues, it was like, what are they trying to do? Like, and it's just, it wasn't. And when I looked at the reviews of where I worked at, filthy, unprofessional. I would never come back there again. It's overpriced. And literally it was literally so sad because people would come in there and be like, they'll be like, oh, I'm looking for oil for my itchy scalp. And I'm just like, okay, you should try tea tree oil. No, don't you have that oil like do grow or something? I'm just like, okay. I'm gonna give you what you want because I ain't about to catch fade. So go ahead with your do grow, girl. Like, go ahead, like, do your thing with that. But so it was, and I was really trying to steer them in the right direction, but it wasn't really going the way like I was trying to help them out. So, and that's the one thing. Can I just say to the African American people like that live in low poverty, this is why y'all get what y'all get, because you guys don't want to use the best because you guys are so used to using the worst that when it's time for you guys to use the best to get the better results, you guys don't want to cash out. But yet you'll cash out on bundles and you'll be on your Instagram saying you're so booked and busy, but then like you're booked and busy in your bedroom. Like, I don't know, a lot of people be not just like people in general, like stop stunting. Like if you are going to say that you're living that life, actually live that life and stop trying to settle for $5 oil when really, if you really want to see results and you really want the best, at least go for the start off with the $12, then work your way up to maybe the 20, and then advance yourself to my oil or any oil that you find that's cheaper or whatever you like to the $35 one. I mean, I'm sorry, not $30, not 35. This is $30. My bad. Well, actually, this is a 7.8, so this one's $20. But actually, I'm I'm jumping ahead of myself. But yeah, just my oils, my 8 ounces, which is this, but this is water clearly. But I will fill this up. We got new bottles in like this. This is my anyways, I'm jumping ahead of myself. This is my 8 ounce. I sell the oil clearly again. This is water, but because I'm cleaning it out, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I sell this for $30. I'm having the 16 ounces, which is gonna be for 40. So yes. And the 16 ounces, I don't have it next to me, but I will show you guys that on another live. Actually, when I actually get ready to sell that. Um, so without any further ado, quit Target, quit the beauty supply store. I am just going to focus on God's Chosen Hair Care. It was so hard for me while I was working there not to mention my hair care line because I didn't tell them that I had a hair care line. I felt like that was going to hurt me in a way, but actually it would have helped me because when I told them that I'm familiar with hair care products, they thought that I was familiar with their hair care products. And just a FYI for a lot of my people that shop at the beauty supply store, let me tell you something. You guys already shop at Walmart. I remember back in the days in the 90s, in the early 2000s, the beauty supply store was a place to go to when you couldn't get it at a Target or a Walmart. Literally now, a lot of these vendors, business owners that have hair care products like Kaleidoscope and all that, are literally putting their product in Walmart, Target, the beauty supply stores. So, but they sell them at different pricing. If you want to get her full line at Kaleidoscope, of course, you have to go to her page. But if you want to get some of her products, like her Miracle Drops, for not $30, go to Target because they literally sell them there now for like $12. Um, but just be careful because I heard a lot of reviews on her Miracle Drops. I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying just be careful with that. But anyways, because there is some Miracle Drops that she had that's out there that's not hers, but they took her label, her design, and they just like she has a lot of people stealing her um product and adding in different stuff in there. So I would definitely say if you're going to order from Kaleidoscope, I would just go ahead and just go order from her site. I wouldn't even go to the beauty supply store and get her stuff. I wouldn't get her stuff from Target or Walmart. I would just go to the stores when it comes to that because she has literally said on her on her lives on Instagram that she can't control the people that are, and she's sending out cease and desist to people that she do catch, but there's a lot of people out there that are marketing off of her miracle drops, and they're buying those let me, is this the bag that I have those little droppers in? I don't know, it's probably my other bag. Let me just show now. Dang, I thought I brought it out here. I thought I brought them out here. Okay, let me go. That's what I definitely want to show y'all. I definitely want to show y'all how easy it is. Hold on. I'm never prepared. I have so many bags. Okay. See, I wasn't really prepared to talk about this, but I'm talking about it. So it's super easy to get. Now, of course, hers is much like smaller, but y'all get the point. This is like the color that her oils come in, right? And it's like smaller and fatter or whatever. But this is the bottles that it comes in. I got this at the Container Store in Sacramento. So and this was like I think maybe $10. Um, and I think this is 1 ounce. I don't know. I can't remember. But see, this is so people get to something like this, right? And then they actually buy her oil, take her label off, or they make new labels and they put it on her thing. So that's why to all my business people that's ready just to blow up, definitely got to make sure you have your trademark. I'm now gonna just look into just I'm just gonna no, I'm not even gonna look into it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get an LLC. Go ahead and get an LLC, and I want to. In the process. We're almost done. We're in the final steps of me getting my trademark. So hopefully this time next year I will have my trademark. That's another reason why I pulled back from my Etsy because there's a lot of hacking going on right now, a lot of accounts being stolen right now, and even though God Chosen Hair Care is still up and coming, um, we I've been holding it down for like so we started in May, so June made it a month, July, August, September, so 4 months I've been holding it down. Um, I'm gonna be very transparent. I when I had my Etsy, I made one sale, um, but I could have had a lot more sales. It's just Etsy is so freaking saturated that not a lot of people that I was telling about. I mean, it was like domino effect, but they couldn't find me on Etsy. So that's why I'm done with Etsy and I'm in the process of making my Shopify. A lot has happened. I'm in the process of getting another job that has nothing to do with fashion, nothing to do with hair. It's medical because I went to medical school. Um, but you know, so that's that. So my whole point with that is if you can shop at Walmart for your TGIN and MyL, go do that. There's honestly just go to the beauty supply store when you want to buy extension hair and wigs because that's really honestly what the beauty supply store is about right now. Like I like I said, I remember when it was where if you wanted like stuff you couldn't get in the store, you go to the beauty supply store. But now it's like, these people that are making products, they're like, oh, I want my stuff in everywhere. And it's just like, bruh, like you're literally making, and this is exactly why I don't want to do that. For me, I want to have my own storefront. I want to have my own God's Chosen Hair Care storefront. So where I don't want to put my stuff in Target or Walmart or a beauty supply store, even though I was looking into it. I don't because I want to have my own store. So if you want to buy my stuff, you would have to go to my store. A lot of these people that make, these hair care products, they don't have their own storefront. You are honestly losing money because you are in a contract with Target and Walmart for them to have your product in their store. Either you're paying them or they're paying you, and you have to keep up with the inventory. So that means you have to get a manufacturer. So now instead of you, like you were saying before, oh, I make my own products, now you're using a machine to make your products. And this is where the chemicals come in. This is where it's not so natural. This is where the preservatives and all the other stuff come in. Now, I'm not knocking TGIN because I use their deep conditioner and their moisturizer. I love it. May she rest in peace, the owner. But that's the only thing that I use from their line. My shampoo comes from Garnier. Um, and I use their shampoo. I use their leave-in. That's the only thing I use for their line. I use my own separate heat protectant from, I think it's like Hair Fantasy or something like that, or Fantasy Hair. So, and when it comes to oils, I only use my oils and I only use my hair butter. Speaking of hair butter, I am almost done. Okay, this is Shea Butter. Okay, like seriously, like I just made this year. I melted it, which you guys really can't tell the texture. I mean, maybe you can, I don't know. But I melted it, and oh, as you can see, I took my nails off from my, yeah, I took it off myself. And it's just I just needed to take my nails off. I was really wanting to get my nails redone, but right now I'm not working. So that's gonna save me some money so I don't have to get my nails done. But that's that's so this is my shea butter, and I'm almost done with this. So this doesn't have any herbs in it. This is just straight shea butter. Um, can I just say though, when I made the transition with my herbs that have butter, my butters that have herbs, to this butter, this was my first one that I used that didn't have herbs. It was a smooth transition. Honestly, my hair took a liking to it. If you seen on my last live 3 weeks ago, when I did the reveal, I took my wig off. My hair was, when I took it out of my wig, my hair was short. Can you guys see? Now, let me tell y'all something. I did say that I was going to do a blowout in October. Okay. So this past Tuesday, I was just in the mood and I just wanted to see if my hair was really ready for it. So I did a blowout. I didn't go live, I didn't record it. I just did a blowout with me and God. And let me tell you something. It was cool. My hair is banging, but hmm, that's where the dryness was coming from. My hair was so dry, and it was stretched. It was good, but it was super dry. So what today? Saturday, Thursday, I believe. I went and I re-moisturized my hair with the TGIN. Okay. I am going to do another blowout in October, like promised. However, it's not going to be in the beginning of October like I was wanting to do. It's going to be probably mid October. So maybe October 15th, only because I just did a blowout and I don't want to overheat my hair. Because let me tell you something, I seen this small breakage, the little you know, C's or whatever. And my hair was so dry. Now, mind you, from the other video, you can go back and see, like when I did the review, like my hair was shorter, but it's only because it was like the shrinkage. But you could definitely see, especially in the front right here, you could definitely see how long it is, even right here, even in the back. The back even surprised me. Like it's really getting long. Like before, I mean, it was literally stopping like right here. Like it was literally stopping like right here where my finger is. Like it was literally stopping like right here. And now look, and now look. Like it's really growing, like for real. My hair, I mean, this moisture retention is crazy because let me tell you something. My hair was very dry. So when I put the buttermilk, and this is even after deep conditioning. So when I put my TGIN buttercream, you see how moisturized my hair is. Now, this is how my hair is moisturized. I'm gonna wash my hair on Tuesday like normal, but I'm gonna be a little bit busy next week, so it may be later on next week. Um, but I am gonna do a blowout with you guys on live, and I'm going to show you guys how dry my hair is after, even the next day. Maybe a few days later, I'm going to show you guys how my hair was so dehydrated and how it looks when it's actually moisturized. And I'm going to show you guys the difference. It's okay to let your hair air dry. Okay. If your hair is this is how your hair is supposed to look. I'm sorry. Can you literally tell me that my hair is dry just by looking at it? I mean, would you consider this dry or would you consider this moisturized? Like, seriously. Like, would you really consider this dry or would you consider this moisturized? Like, I'm just saying. Like, what this will be considered moisturized to someone. I mean, you would definitely say that my hair is moisturized. You would definitely say my hair is moisturized. You could definitely see how stretched it is because it was blew out, but it's definitely moisturized compared to it being dry. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be transparent about that. And yeah, and that was it. Like, that was it. My if it's it's a lot of people say, oh, you need to have your hair, um you need to always be blow drying your hair. It doesn't make any sense to blow dry your hair, but you're sucking out all that moisture you just put in your hair. You blow dry your hair is dry at this point. You go over it with a butter, okay, to braid it, whatever you want to do. Um, Say you don't put braiding hair in, so you just leave your hair out. You braid it up like this. Now you're putting a wig cap on. Then you put your wig on. Your hair has no moisture. That's literally like drinking a glass of water and then instead of swallowing the water, you're spitting it out every time. And you're like, okay, I'm dehydrated. I mean, okay, I'm hydrated. It's like you take a gulp and it's just like you're literally spitting out the water and you're talking about you're hydrated. That's literally what you're doing with your hair. So, but this is not for everyone. If you find that, no, my hair is still moisturized even after I blow dry, cool. You probably have a really good blow dryer. I don't know. But if you find that your hair in the bag of the sides, the middle is literally breaking off, I would recommend trying for a month to just let your hair air dry. Now, this is how I would do it. Definitely pre-poo your hair. I have plenty of videos on here. I'm going to actually do an update video. Do a pre-poo, shampoo your hair, deep condition your hair for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Rinse that out. Leave your hair wet. Part your hair, put your moisturizer on it, put your leave-in conditioner, use a butter. Okay, an oil is going to be way too soft. You want a thick butter, hair butter, and put it on your hair strands, comb it through, and then you want to, I would recommend braiding your hair because twisting it may unravel. So braid your hair down. And then if you have our hair butters, you can go in with the Genesis Herbal Garden. This is with the coconut butter. This is good for length retention. You put this on your ends and you would and just call it a day. When you're all done with that, you don't want to instantly put like your wig cap on or whatever. If now I'm going to be honest, if you go back and you watch my lives, you'll see that it's a caked white. Well, I that's because your hair is wet. Then you're putting a moisturizer on and then you're putting your butter. So it is going to be white and cakey. If you want to, you can put a shower cap on or whatever and you can go under a heated dryer or a dryer. I never did that before, so I don't really know how to tell you how to do that. But you don't want to, if you find that be cool and you do that and that works for you being under a heated dryer, cool. But I would say if you are going to leave your hair to air dry, try to do it like when you know you don't need to go outside. However, I've done it to where I had my hair wet and I, was leaving my hair to air dry and I had put my wig cap on after, I just got done moisturizing. for me, my wig caps, when I took my hair off, looked just like this. There was not a lot of residue in my wig cap. It wasn't, it didn't absorb all of it into the wig cap. It actually, it was really like a moisturizing cap. Like it was really good. Now, I don't recommend doing that all the time. Um, and if you don't like leaving your hair dry, if you find that it dries your hair out to do, if you find that your hair is drying out more when you leave it air drying, blow out your hair. If you find that leaving it dry, letting the air dry, and blow drying your hair is still causing your hair to be dry both ways, then you need to go to your doctor and get some tests ran, or you need to go to a hairstylist and see what's going on with your hair. A creditable hairstylist. You need to look at reviews, you need to look at the pricing, and you need to build a relationship with that stylist. Um, because you don't want to go to a stylist that just says, "Oh yeah, girl, you need to come do this and do that and do this." If they instantly start having a list of things you need to do, you need to just do more research. And don't just settle for the first stylist that you see. Go on consultations. A lot of stylists have free consultations. If they charge you for a consultation, look at their reviews, you know. But a lot of good hairstylists, they have free consultations because at the end of the day, like, how can you charge somebody, you know, that could be a potential client? Like if someone, like my consultations, if you booked a one-on-one with me, I wouldn't charge you. And it's not just because I'm not a Cosmo. It's just because why would I charge you to talk to you for 30 minutes about your hair? This is not a therapy session. This is about, hair health. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? So if you find a hairstylist that you like, then cool. Um, but yeah, I would definitely go to your doctor or book a consultation with a hairstylist. And if you can't find one, well, then you need to take the time out to do the research. You need to figure out what oils are you using? Are they authentic oils? Check the ingredients. The shampoo, what type of shampoo are you using? Are you doing a lot of DIY at home stuff like avocado, aloe vera? Like you need to just look at what you're doing and you need to line it up with how I recommend to do wash day, which I'm going to do more updated ones. And you just need to do your research. You need to read books. You need to I went to the library. I got this book on hairstyling. This is a really good book. I recommend anyone from Charles Worthington go to your local library, see if they have this book, or go to Barnes and Noble. This book really breaks it down, um, of what hair is, and a lot of techniques about how to take care of your hair and stuff like that. Um, and yes, it's mostly it talks about all hair types. You can also get this book from Lulu per, Perry. Um, this is also a book for all my people that have natural hair care. Go to your local library. Watch, I want to just say, watch YouTube videos, right? Go to your local library and get books. Read them, take notes, study them. Um, Look at your hair and be honest. Get what if you can't afford a stylist, you can't afford the consultations, and he's a really good stylist. You know, get the library books. Or what you should do is save some money so you can book with them. But go to the library, do your research on Google, and you will start to see that everything you read in books, everything that you read, this is the author right here, everything that you read in books, everything you read on Google, everything you see on the YouTube, you can start picking out what's true and what's not. Because everything will start coming together and being in alignment. I mentioned to you guys about one YouTuber. I think I mentioned her name, Sindal. She talks a lot about the hydrogen bond. The hydrogen bond was mentioned one time, and that was in the natural hair care book. It was briefly mentioned. Um, don't just stick to people on YouTube that have Cosmo license. You actually need to do your own research. The only reason why Cosmos are Cosmos is because they studied books. They walked in, didn't know much about hair, and they studied books. They took quizzes. They read stuff from, you know, articles from the internet. All that stuff is based off research. So even the research people read books, got on the internet, they did their research, they watched videos. That's what you need to do to learn your hair. It's fun, it's interesting, and you get to learn about yourself and about really how the hair works. Um, and you get away from this, thinking that all you got to do for your hair to grow is just oiling your scalp. No, you start learning about how that is damaging your hair, and you don't just hear it from different people saying, don't do that, don't do that. You actually will learn why you shouldn't do that. Um, Now, when you do a hot oil treatment, it's cool to, lather the oil all up on your hair, but you have to stop and think about, like, why are you doing that? Like, is that really necessary? Because for me, a hot oil treatment is a waste of product. I feel like the best way to get your results from oil is to put the oil on your hair strands. So for me, if today was wash day or tomorrow is wash day, I would literally take my oil, right, with herbs. I would take my oil and I would, you know, unbraid my hair, pour the oil in my hands, rub my hands together, and just go like this with my hair, and take my comb, start from the bottom and just comb and get all the shedding out and detangle my hair. That's what I would do. I wouldn't put it on my scalp because it's not getting to your hair strand. You're saying your hair is dry, not your scalp is dry. And the only way your scalp is dry and your hair is dry is because your hair has no nutrients on it. When product is on your hair strands, it gets into your scalp. It goes deep within your hair strands. And if you don't think it gets to your scalp, it does. You know what I'm saying? Like when you are putting product on your hair strands, you are literally going like this and you're getting to the root. It's touching your scalp. Even when you put your hair up like this, it's some of it's getting on your scalp. That's why you have to be cautious of. That's why a lot of people be like, "Oh, I didn't even put it on my scalp. I just put it on my hair strands." But when you tied your hair up, your some of your hair was touching your scalp. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some people have inflammation. Some people have scalp. They have their scalp starts itching after putting certain product on their hair, and it's because it was touching your scalp. Um, so you definitely want to do your research. Don't be scared of herbs. There's so many, I won't say so many, but there's a person out there that's telling a lot of people on YouTube to not use herbs. And it's just, but they call themselves a herbalist. Like, not, you can't knock it until you try it. When it comes to herbs, um, there's nothing wrong with having herbs in your oil. I mean, we talk about, a lot of African American people talk about their roots and where they came from. Okay, um, let's talk about Africa. You don't think they use herbs in their oil? I mean, hello, coconut butter. They talk about South Africa. Shea butter, Chad Africa. Um, Mango butter, cocoa butter. Like, I mean, I'm just, you know, if you go, they have herbs. I mean, a lot of these herb names come from Africa. They don't just drink it, they actually put it in their hair too. Now, when I say, I'm not saying get a dry herb and just put it in your hair. No, I'm saying infuse it with your oil. So you get a nice little pan pot, whatever. You put put your oil in there. You put your herbs in there, and you just let it simmer. You don't have to put a lot of oil, and you don't want to put it on high either because you don't want to burn the herbs. Just put it on low heat. Put your oil in there. You don't need a lot. Just make sure it's a good amount to stir in there. Just like as if you were cooking, spices or whatever. Stir it around, let it simmer. You're going to start smelling it, and you don't want it to get too hot. you know Turn your stove off, let it cool down a little bit, and then drain it. Get a funnel, and drain it into a bottle. Um, a bottle like this. You know what I'm saying? Or if you just have like a bottle, you can just buy it from Walmart. It doesn't have the twist top, but it has a little nozzle on there. You could start with that. And try it. Um, and I wouldn't say put it on your scalp, but I would say try it on your hair strands. The herbs that you can buy are at Target, at Walmart. It's in the little tea bags. You can go, you can get hibiscus raspberry, chamomile and lavender. You can buy those different herbs. Um, I won't say buy all of them, but I would recommend hibiscus raspberry, chamomile and lavender. Um, they also have oh the everyday detox for your body. That's good to drink and also put in your hair. Um, you can mix that with your oil as well with all the other herbs. Just use just that. All you need is one tea bag for each. Put in your oil, mix that up. Let it simmer on the stove, light heat, low heat, and boom, you got yourself a hair oil and use that for a month. And I'm telling you, like do that as a pre-poo before you shampoo your hair. And right now I am not selling my butters. My Etsy is not open. Um, but if you are interested in trying one of my hair butters, you can. Um, Real quick, I got these on. I am in the process of, going to Shopify. Um, so I will let you guys know when my Shopify is up and running and you guys can buy from me. It'll be way easier to find me and shop and all this other stuff. And when I do open my Shopify, we're going to have some new butters on there. One of the butters is going to be a heat protectant. Not, I wouldn't say for blow drying your hair or like that. It's just going to be protection from the sun. If you do tend to use it, you know, um, as a heat protectant and you put it on your hair and then you blow dry and it works for you, cool. I'm not going to knock it. I do have these balls of shedding. I'm going to see if I can get this right, but these are from a pre-poo. These are from, I think this one's from maybe from yesterday or the other day. I don't know. I can't remember. But these, I want to show you guys like how my hair is still, after 4 months of, using my hair oils, my hair butters with herbs, how my hair is still coming out normal size. There's not a huge fall sometimes. Now one of these, maybe it was this one, I was, I re-moisturize my hair so it's not as big as the other ones. But yeah, if we're talking like pre-poo, I think this one is the biggest out of all of them. So yeah, but this is the size that they are. So it's super small. I won't say super small, but they're not like they're not huge. Um, and it's not, when I put them all together, this is the size that a lot of people like, oh, my hair, this is all the shedding I had. And it's like, that's way too much. Like it should be like that when you're putting all your hairs together. Like if you save them week by week and then you put them all together, that's how it should be. But this shouldn't be one setting. No. So, and speaking of my Genesis Herbal Garden, I'm almost done with this one too. I've been really going in with that. It kind of looks like coffee on the bottom. Look at that. Doesn't it look like coffee? Right? Doesn't that look like coffee? It looks so, oh my gosh. I love that. It looks like coffee. Um and that's when I melted it. It just did that. I think that's cool. But yeah, I'm almost done with this one. I've been using this one on my ends. Let me tell you something. Y'all could think I'm lying, but after a month of using my moisture retention and my length retention, I definitely seen instant. I mean, instant. So, um, I would definitely recommend um, trying God's Chosen Hair Care or Sunny and Denby, Divine Kinky. You can anyone that even if you find has herbal products, definitely recommend. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of big name brands are going in a direction of herbs, because herbs is what our hair needed. And um, for years, and our body washes and lotions had herbs, and you know a lot of African American people didn't know that we could actually put it in our hair. And a little edge update, y'all could really, I mean, you could really see it now. Like, look, I mean, this is really, my edges is really coming in. Now, I mean, I kind of, brushed them back, but it's really coming in on my edges. Um, I mean, my hairline is really coming. This is kind of like a new hairline I'm starting, but it really came in nice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could really see it when my hair is wet, um, versus when it's dry. I mean, you could really see it. I mean, it's just, my hair has been thriving so much. I also wanted to show you guys, this was my herbal cocoa bar. I think I was using this before, like 3 weeks ago. I got done with this one. So I wanted to make a live where this was the smoky campfire one, where these jars that I give you, that you order, not just you order, that come with your, that has the butter in them, you can wash them and reuse them for like a coin jar or whatever you want. Um, and yeah, so it goes from this to this, and it's like brand new. And hence why I have the water, and it's not just water, it was, I actually put soap in here. Um, so you actually put soap in there. So this is dish soap. So what I did was, I actually put, my dish soap in there, and then I add some water, and I let it sit for 24 hours. But if it still has like that oil residue, I let it sit for some more. So I actually have to rinse this out. So yeah, and that's how I get my bottles to, I clean my bottles out. Now, of course, I'm, these, I'm not, selling these because I use them on my own. So any one of these that I clean out, I'm not filling these back up. I'm actually going to keep these, and because these are going to be mine. So um, the new bottles that I haven't used yet are over here. Um, I don't know if I showed you guys what one of our newest bottles, but yeah. So this one is the summer camp. This is one of our newest butters. Smells so good. It's still the same formula as the smoky campfire. I just honestly renamed it. So this is the summer camp, um, and this is the sister. I just want to be fun and just have different names, but it's still the same ingredients. However, this one is more lighter in oil. Um, this is like a lighter based oil. Um, and this one is a smoky campfire 8 ounce. This is our newest bottle that we got. It's with white top. It's more um, circular, um, and it's different too. So this is our newest bottle that we got in. If you've seen it on our Etsy shop, um, this is changing. We're still keeping these labels. We're still going to keep these new bottles, but we're going to start adding the ingredients on the back with the directions. So it's not just you're getting just the label and then this band-aid looking strip. We are going to start adding, um, which also too on here, we're going to also add the names of what it is, like smoky campfire or whatever, and we're going to actually put this on top. I'm going to try to make this um, like circular if I could. um, if not, we'll just put it on the top, maybe cut the edges, put it on top, and then we'll just have the directions on the back, because I still want it to be where you guys see. um, I want the butter to actually be um, seen, and let you guys see that the $35 that you guys are paying, the only thing is it's not going to be filled up to the tippy top, because it's, when it melts, it's gonna overflow on the side, and that's wasted product. So we keep it like this. It looks more uniformed. Also too, when I um, put it in here. I'm going to try to keep it really nice. So clean it up just a little bit more. So it's not so like this, but honestly, these are still good. Um, these are still good. These are still on sale. These are both $35. So if you want to um, buy them, you can. This one does require a lot more butter because this one, I don't know, maybe because it's like wider it spreads. I don't know, but this one doesn't really require so much butter. I mean, I could literally make one batch or even half a batch and no, I can make a full batch, but only half of it will fit in here. So if I was to put a whole batch in there, it'll be all the way to the top. So I can really use like half the batch that I made. So to fill this up versus this, I would have to use a whole batch and then some just to fill this up. So um, yeah, but these are still both $35. I still have some, if you wanted to order, if you want to order, just go, as far as YouTube, you can email me at God's Chosen Haircare at yahoo.com. I'm not going live on Instagram because my phone needs to be charged, but I will be going live on Instagram. But if you do have an Instagram, you can just send me a DM if you're already following me. If you're not, it's lowercase, even though we don't do lowercase, GODS underscore hair care. I'm sorry, God's underscore chosen underscore hair care on Instagram. You can just send me a DM and just let me know, or I can tell you what I have in stock and the sizes. This is how all my 8 ounces look like. This is another, you can tell me if you want the white cap or the black cap. How to heat these up. Now that we're walking into cooler temperatures, as far as like the West Coast, our temperatures are starting to cool down. So when you do get these are going to be solid. As you can see, it's not going to be coming out. So when you get these will be hard. More of a solid butter. That's another thing. That's another thing too that when I was doing my research, what I learned about. There's whipped butter, solid butter, and then there's another type of butter that I forgot about. But the whipped butter is more of like a looser texture butter, but that has a lot of like preservative, and it's more like a water based, or it has like petroleum, some type of ingredient to make it more looser versus a solid butter like this is 100% natural. Not saying the other ones aren't, but this one does not have any glycerin, preservative. It doesn't have anything to get it solid like this. If you were to actually buy hair butter from like Amazon or whatever, when you get it, like if you were to buy from Better Shea Butter, and you're to buy their mango butter, it comes in like a block. It's super solid. So I did some previous lives on that, but I'll also show you guys what that looks like too. That's another thing. We're also upgrading our pictures. So our pictures would show the block of like the coconut butter or the mango butter next to what it looks like. So you guys will see like, you know, what the butter actually looks like before we actually put it into a hair butter. So that was it. That was my live. It was, I don't know if I want to say brief, but that's it so far. I think I touched on everything. Um, I'll be going on live maybe a little bit later, probably tomorrow. But I just want to come on here. I haven't done a live and I've been away for so long. My mouth is actually getting dry. So another thing too is real quick. We do like this one is called the Frosted Cocoa Bar. We did have new names for our oils, still the same ingredients as our Herbal Cocoa Bar. Like with this one, even though we have like the melted cocoa bar, frosted, but I just wanted to, you know, be creative on the names, glory to God, and switch it up. But we are going to be having different ingredients, same oils, or olive oil, grapeseed, all that. But I'm gonna have some different herbs. And with the different herbs that we're gonna have in there, all of my oils and hair butters are gonna have, unless I make just the shea butter. Some butters are going to have just shea butter, straight coconut butter, straight mango butter. So we're going to have that type of variety. We're going to have hair butters that have different herbs in there, and those would have like the summer camp, all of our different names. And then we're going to have oils that have different herbs in there as well. That would be the sister to our hair butter. So stay tuned for that. And this is all coming on our Shopify. So we're going to have a lot of selection, a lot of options. They all are going to offer moisture retention, length retention. All of our oils though these are gonna be best for pre-poo. I'm gonna stress that on my Shopify. Um, and if you choose to put this all over your hair, it's your $30 that you spent, so you can use it however you want to use it, whatever you feel works best for you. But from us to you at God Shows and Hair Care, if you want to see best results in the strength of your hair and you want to see, results with the oil, because you're going to see results with the hair butter, but a lot of people get it misconstrued with the oils, and they take a powerful oil like this and use it like a do grow oil, these oils that they buy at the beauty supply store for like $5-7. This is not that. You don't want to play with this. This is not for play, right? This is if you want to slay your hair. If you want, and you can see it with my hair, like I've been using my hair oils for months now. You could see the strength of my hair. You could see the moisture retention. It all from the hair butter. Okay. You could just see the strength of my hair. If you go back and you look at my previous lives, you'll see, I mean, my hair is still, because of the shrinkage, it's still short, but you can definitely see how it's gotten like longer. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely see how, like, when I pull it, the length is there. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely see it. So if you want to see results, I would say definitely follow God Shows and Hair Care and how we recommend you use our products, because our products is not like I mean, we want you to have free will with however you want to use it, but because our prices is not like $20. I mean, you're spending $30 for an oil and you're spending $35 on a hair butter. We want to make sure you're getting your money's worth, because we don't want you to be like, okay, my hair is growing, but like, I don't know. It's just, we just want you to get your money's worth, and you're going to get your money's worth. But it just depends on how you use our products. So if you still have questions about, pre-pooing, if you want to know, like, okay, I pre-poo my hair, but my hair is in braids, what can I do with my oil while my hair is in braids, or if it's in, a weave? If you pre-pooed your hair and say you washed your hair and you left it wet, or you blow dried it, and you braid it up, or you put it in a wig. Okay. If you put it in, like, if you have a wig cap on and you have your wig on, well, there's really not much you can do with this or the hair butter. You would just have to wait until you take the wig off. But that's okay, because it gives your hair a chance to rest. That's why pre-pooing your hair and washing your hair is preparation for whatever style you're going to do for either that day, that week, or that month. So that's why it's crucial to pre-poo your hair, get all that shedding out, and then washing your hair is the most important part of the process. Pre-pooing and shampooing and deep conditioning your hair. And if you are going to braid your hair up with using extension hair, I would definitely recommend you to blow dry your hair. I used to leave my hair wet and it eventually broke my hair off because of the pulling and the tugging, and also how long my braids were. It was breaking my hair off. So I would definitely recommend blow drying your hair. Again, if you are used to, leaving your hair wet while you braid it, do you, whatever, just make sure you add a butter on the ends to give it that strength while it's in there. But if you blow dry your hair, and then you could either use the oil, or you could use your butter. It doesn't have any water, so it's not gonna shrink your hair up. Put that on your hair strand and then braid your hair up or twist your hair up in that protective style. When you do have singles in, you can once every 2 weeks go in and just oil your scalp just a little bit. You can even put it on your fingertips and go like this. You could go like this if you wanted to, but to do that every single week or every single day, that's too much. You want to actually make sure your scalp is clear of anything because your scalp needs to breathe. Everybody has a sebaceous gland where the sebum comes out. So we already have natural oil from our bodies. But with our curly hair, curly texture hair, it's hard for the sebum to get down to the ends because of our hair being so curly. Versus straight hair like Caucasian and Asians hair, their hair is much straighter. In even Indian, their hair is straighter. So it's easier. That's why some of them, well, a lot of Caucasian Asians, their hair is more oily. So they have to wash their hair every day. Versus us African Americans, we don't. We wash our hair maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, or once a month, whatever. So just keep that in mind. I will be coming on here a lot more often because I need to get back on my game. It's just a lot was going on uh, earlier this month and just a lot of transitions, but I'm definitely going to come on here more. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I would definitely be touching on everything all the time. Pre-pooing, shampooing, conditioning. I'm actually going to have a segment where I show you guys how I pre-poo, show you guys how I shampoo, and how I condition, and how I leave my hair wet, and also how if I was to blow out my hair, how I do that. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off. My mouth is dry and I'm hungry. So there's still more that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but right now I'm just going to call it a day. I may go on Instagram Live later on today, if not tomorrow, but I will be coming on live again, YouTube, also probably tomorrow. So I definitely want to definitely educate you guys on how to use our products because I really want to make sure you guys are using our products well. And I wanted to start getting back into the rhythm of revamping our brand again because we are about to jump into Shopify probably by the end of next month. And so I'm already calling it October. So hopefully by the end of November, my Shopify for God's Chosen Hair Care will be set up and ready to go. Um, so you guys stay tuned for that. You don't have to wait for our Shopify. If you want to try our products now, we are still giving away a free PR package. I actually upgraded the package. Now you can get a free oil, 8 ounce, free 8 ounce hair butter while supplies last. And you can try that for free on God's Chosen Hair Care. You don't have to leave a review. You don't, I mean, it's good to, but you don't, there's no contest you have to do, none of that. You don't have to leave a comment. If you want to try our products, you can. That is a $65 bundle right there that we are going to also have. We're going to have family bundles. We're going to have our single products, and we're going to have bundles if you want to get like maybe 2 oils, 2 butters. We're going to have all that on our Shopify. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a full stocked website. So I'm excited about that. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do all that by myself because yeah, it's just like, yeah, like I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'm definitely going to need some help with that, but that's why I'm giving myself at least until November. Um, but you guys stay tuned. We have a lot coming for God's Chosen Hair Care, a lot of bigger sizes, our 8 ounces as well. We're also going to upgrade to we're going to have 8 ounces and we're also going to have a 24 ounce. But honestly, with the 8 ounces though, like they can really last you a while. So, but we understand if people that have families and stuff. So we are going to get our 24 ounces. And I don't think I have oh yeah, here's our 24 ounces. So, um, yeah, these aren't the same, but this is our 8 ounce in this bottle. And this is our 24. This is our 24. Because yeah, this is our 24. All right, I think this is a 24. Maybe this is 8. I don't know. Oh no, this is a 12 ounce. Okay, we're upgrading to our 12 ounces. So this is our 12 ounce. Yeah, 24 would be huge. But yeah, this is our 12 ounces. So it's really nice. Twist nozzle. This is also all of our bottles and containers is all reusable. This is actually a food container, but we're turning it into a hair container. So yeah, I mean you could use it for that too. So we will be using this. It's our 12 ounce. So we have an 8 ounce, 12 ounce, and we may do 24, but I don't know. I think the 12 ounce will be sufficient. So yeah, you guys stay tuned. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. Um, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.